So like seriously, I can't really say why people behave like that. As in, why do you take firstborn child or firstborn children as God? Like, you expect a whole lot from them, as if they are not also born the same way you were born. The difference is that they came into the world before you, but all of us are what? Children. So much shouldn't be expected. As in, the way you behave like a child, they too can behave same. Honestly. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Nke God Jimmy. In case you're coming across this face for the first time, God bless you. This will be the very right time for you to subscribe. Just click on that subscription button and subscribe immediately so that you will enjoy every other thing that is in this channel. And to my returning subscribers, I am so grateful. God bless you. Keep watching, keep encouraging me, keep engaging me at the comment section. So you are free to like this video, share it, drop your comments, let me know your thoughts. Okay, let's quickly dive into today's topic. As you must have seen, being a first child. I mean, I have a whole lot of lists down here. So in case you see me looking down, I just jotted those things out so that I will not make any mistake, because this thing has been going on for a very long time, and I just want to come here and clear the air, and also want to know your thoughts concerning this. If you are a firstborn child, if you are experiencing the same thing, and what you think. Okay, I am somebody that so much love people, and I tend to relate with them like that. But one thing I detest is when I notice or sense a foul play, I withdraw. Now, being a trained educationist, I have come across children from all walks of life, and I have related with them differently. And it has so much followed me to the extent that if I'm just going by on the street or in the church, and I just see some children behaving somehow, I will be tempted to ask, are you the first child? Because there are some threats I will see, and that will make me to ask. Sometimes also, when I ask that question, I hate to see a first child behaving anyhow. It pains me. I read 2 minutes into it. It's either your parents have trained you and you refuse to take to that training, or they haven't done enough. So it breaks my heart when I see people that are firstborn children behaving the way they are not supposed to behave actually. But that doesn't mean that firstborn children are to be treated as if they are not part of the other children. Most siblings tend to behave towards their firstborns, whether male or female, in a different way. And I wouldn't know why. You know, a lot is expected from firstborn children, probably because they came into the earth and the parents have poured out, almost all of them, all of their content into such a child. It's very difficult for you to see a firstborn child that is wayward. It's very difficult for you to see a firstborn child that is not smart. It's very difficult for you to see a firstborn child that is not intelligent. I mean, that is not wise. It's very difficult. Now, all of these things still boil down to the point and to the fact of how such children are being brought up. And take it or leave it, every one of us have inherited one or two traits from our parents. Sometimes 50-50, sometimes 60-40, sometimes 70-30, and all of that. So such children behave according to the traits that they have gotten from their parents and some other time from environment. I'm rambling now. Let me quickly go into the points I have here so that we get it. So the first thing you get to notice about a firstborn child is that they are very intelligent and very smart. Yes, firstborn children are very intelligent, very smart. They are the most neat people. Pardon me. But that is what I have come to discover. They are very neat, they are very smart, they are very organized. They know how to keep things. They know how to arrange things. They have status quo for doing things. Okay? The next thing is that they have heart of gold and they care. Firstborn children is very common with them. I don't really want this vlog to be very long, pardon me, but if it is long, I think it's worth it. Please don't click out. I want you to watch up until the end because I want to hear comments from you. I want to get your reactions. Please, I beg you in the name of God. And also subscribe if you have not subscribed, in case you are coming across this channel for the first time. They can care a lot and they have heart of gold. Yes, they can shout. They are motherly, they are fatherly, and they exhibit all of this particular trait in them. Now, another thing you notice about firstborns is that they are burden carriers. They tend to carry the burden of their family and sibling upon their head, inside their heart. Most of the time, their families come first. Family first. Even when they are married, they still think about their family. They want the well-being of their family and all of that. And if you happen to be a friend to a firstborn, your problem will be her problem. Your problem will be his problem. Sometimes firstborns are some of them can be very hard physically, but that's not how their heart is. Sometimes they are very slow, like in taking decisions or whatever, but that is not how their heart is. And that is why I say one of the things you notice about them is that they are very intelligent, very smart, and very what? Wise. They are firm and disciplined. And because they are very firm, most of their siblings used to misinterpret them most of the time. Hey, too hard, too whatever, too do, that. But that is who they are. And I tell you what, they don't even practice this thing. The thing is just inside. It just comes out. Just like the way a mother or a father will dish out order to the children and want them to do some certain things. Such kind of a thing is being inculcated into the first child. Remember, that was the child that came in before others came in. And so all of the discipline, all of the firmness, all of the organization is as if it is being poured into these firstborn children. And as they grow, they pass on the same thing, as in they want to see their siblings do the same thing they do. Not because they proactively prepared or planned it that way, but it's just like a script that have been written and they just play it. But most times people get them misinterpreted. Because they are disciplined themselves, they also discipline people around them. Whether you are their children, their sibling, their friend, or whatever. And sometimes family members don't tend to find it very easy with them. Most times, friends seem to misinterpret them, seem to misunderstand them. And that is it. But that doesn't change anything. I'm heading somewhere. Okay. Another thing with firstborn children is that they have this high tone that seems to be harsh. When they want to talk to you, you feel, if you don't understand them, you feel they are disrespecting you. You feel they are too harsh. You feel they are, this thing causes a lot of rift. Myself, a lot of my friends have got to have issues with me like that. And it was only one or two of them that walked up to me to say that. Because I had an issue with another person. And while I was talking, the other one said, she asked me the question, are you the firstborn in your family? I say yes. She said, oh, no wonder. I said, what do you mean? He said, now I understand the reason why your tone most of the time used to be harsh, seemed to be rising more than any other person's. That she now understands. I said, why? How? What do you mean by that? She said, because she also grew under their firstborn. And she has also mingled with a lot of firstborn children. And because of this, a lot of people used to misinterpret them most of the times. Honestly, I feel somehow when somebody, like some people that will say, you are too arrogant, you are too harsh, you are too disrespectful. I used to wonder, because that's not how I am. I mean, even you yourself that seem to be calm, when you are angry or you want to make a point, your voice seem to what? Rise up. Because you want to pass a message across. But the firstborn children, when they do it like that, People don't understand them. These people have a lot of responsibilities in their hands because they have been taken as gods or whatever, and they tend to play that way. But I'm here to tell you that every child is the same. Firstborn children are just like every other child. So much burden being placed on them. And every other child in the family will push it aside. Now you be firstborn now. Now when they do, they follow. You know, that kind of a thing. I mean, it's irritating and it's annoying. And it's also annoying when people tend to misunderstand you just because of your tone, just because of... Some people even watch you up to the way you take your step, the way you attend to things. They say you are arrogant, you are stubborn, you are harsh, you are disrespectful. That is one threat with every firstborn, or most firstborn. And that is why I say I want to get to know your thoughts at the comment section. Let me know if I'm the only person feeling like this, or if I'm the only person that have met firstborn children that are also having this kind of threat. Okay, the next thing is that nobody seems to care about the struggles of the firstborn children, as if they don't have pains, as if they don't have worries, as if they don't have care. Everybody just wants to get solution from firstborn children. Nobody seems to care whether you have money or not. Nobody seems to care whether you have eaten or not. Nobody seems to care whether you are sick or not. But everybody wants you to take care of them when they are sick. Everybody wants you to give them money when they don't have money. Everybody wants you to call. Everybody wants you to visit. But when they visit, or when nobody wants to visit, or when they are visiting you, they are coming to you to get things back home. When they are calling you to ask you for credit, they are calling you to ask you for money, they are calling you to lay one complaint or the other. But it's very difficult for most firstborn to receive call from either their siblings, their family, their friends, to ask them, first and foremost, how are you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? No. But it is the firstborn children that will always do this. Why? I mean, it's disheartening. They are being treated like, I don't know, I don't just know, even much more than the parents. The kind of burden that is being placed on firstborn children, I feel is more heavier than the one placed on the parents. A lot of expectations from them, and less expectation from the parents who have brought them into the world. And the funniest thing is that it's not just the siblings and colleagues and family and friends that are even demanding this thing from the firstborn child. Even the parent that gave birth to these children are expecting a whole lot from them, even when such parents have not really given out a whole lot. I mean, this is painful. I don't know. It's disturbing me. I wouldn't want to lay a heavy burden on my child. My child is my child anytime, any day. Whatever I do for my child, whether he's 30, 40, 50, I still see him as a child. I still see her as a child. Whether I pull out 1 million naira and give to my child, I don't count it. I shouldn't count it because I brought that child into this world. I shouldn't tell anybody that I have done this, I have done that, I have done that. I mean, it would be a shame for me. I mean, I can't even imagine it because I've not had that from my... I don't even know how to put it. I can't explain why I will sit down and do something for my child. I will write it down. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. I've spent money on my child. I will call that child and say, see, I've spent this, I've spent this. You are going to pay me back. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't. But a whole lot is being laid upon the firstborn child. So younger siblings even want to take the position of the firstborn child. That's another annoying thing. They tend to form cliques and gangs to overthrow you. Oh my God. And you think that God that made them to come into the world before you is a fool? Probably they will say, he's too harsh, she's too harsh. Some other time they will say, he's too slow, she's too slow. If I were the one, this is how I'm going to do it. My dear, you can't be the one. Even if, let's say that first child gets old tomorrow and dies, you can never be the first child. Anything they want to do, they will say, okay, you are representing your family. Nobody will call you first child. So get that into your thick skull. Because a lot of persons, a lot of siblings have also contributed to the pains of the first child. They go into their bed, cry privately. Nobody knows what they are going through. Only them and their wives, them and their husbands, and probably their children. Sometimes, for some people that are very open. I mean, and that is why I'm here. If you are the type that is expecting so much from your firstborn child, I mean, if you have 2, you have 3, and you want everything from the family, that is the reason. No wonder other siblings, other younger siblings, seem to live their life anyhow, because the whole of your attention is on the firstborn child. I want to advise parents, the kind of energy you channel on training your firstborn children, channel same energy to the other siblings, so that every child, I keep saying it, every child is the same. Don't expect more from this one person and expect less from another. And she's the last born, he's the last born, and so what? Every one of them is a child. If you expect something good from your firstborn child, you should also expect so many good things from the younger siblings. And make each and every one of them to understand, yes, this one came into before you, you should respect him or her, but not when he or she is wrong. Even when he or she is wrong, there is a way you should present it. I mean, if there is one thing I learned from my father, where I grew up in a family where we never fought ourselves. Yes, even with the whole overwhelming situation, none of my siblings will stand and point at me just because we are having misunderstanding. Do we have misunderstanding? Yes, we have our ways to settle it, but not to sit down, not to begin to kwanano, or as in we begin to box, we begin to shout so that the neighborhood will know. No. But there are families like that because you have made it so obvious. So please, let's change the narrative. Firstborn children are also children, and so much should not be expected from them. If you're expecting much from any firstborn child, you should also expect much from your children. Let them be allowed to live their life just like others. Let them contribute when they have, and not the whole burden being placed on them. Okay, guys, if you have learned something from this video, please don't fail to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you have watched up until now, God bless you. Until I see you in my next vlog, and I want to get to know your views at the comment section. Let me know if I'm the only one feeling this way. Till I come your way, I still remain Nke God Jimmy. Signing out. Peace.